Hello everybody, but there's nobody yet. Can somebody come? Would somebody like to come? Join me on this live. I shall wait for the next 3 minutes and then start. Anybody here? Hi everybody, now I can see 3 people here. Anybody else joining in? Madhu Pulipati. Hi. Jai Shah. Hi Jai, you're there. Should we wait for another 2 minutes? Yes or no? Yes or no? Answer. Nobody answering. I can see 7 people up there, but I don't know who's watching. Anyway, I guess I shall start now, right? And friends, welcome you all on behalf of Rotary, Rotaract, and myself, Meena Tilakraj, your inner power optimizer, storyteller guide of India, and travelism expert. Friends, I shall talk to you about a topic which has been a big question mark for many people. Very often people come to me to say, even I used to say this, yes, I remember, if we've come here and we've got to do all the processes to go back to heaven. We came from God and we have to go back there. Then why did we come here at all? What is the purpose? Why am I here then? Why was I thrown out of the gates of heaven and put here on earth? Why was earth ever created for us? Right? So this is one question which haunts a lot of people. And friends, it's a very important question. Because going without a purpose to any place is like traveling but you don't know why you're traveling. Is like cooking but you don't know why are you cooking, for whom are you cooking. Yeah, it's like doing anything without knowing what will you do with it at the end of it. Okay, you've made it, you've done it. Now what? So when there is no end purpose to it, it becomes a very unsatisfying feeling, a very empty feeling. And they say that purpose of life is one of the factors for the happiness quotient also, for the satisfied quotient also. For you to feel satisfied with your life, you need a purpose. And you need to know that you can do it. You need to fulfill it. Yes, Jai, I agree with you. Purpose is really important, right? People may not know why it is important, but it is important. Because very often I have quite a few people who come to me and they say, I feel very incomplete. I have everything. There's no shortage of anything. I'm healthy, I have enough money, I have friends, I have a very nice loving family. My family allows me to do whatever I want, but I'm not satisfied. There's something missing. And what is that something? You know, that one very important something is a purpose also. There could be other things also, but today we are going to talk about purpose. Okay? So, purpose है, लेकिन how to find out what is my purpose? How to pinpoint? You hit the nail on the head, you're spot on kind of. How to find your purpose? The primary factor, the first baseline that every human being on earth has to remember, that whatever you do, whatever purpose you take to final, whatever you have pinpointed, it's one basic premise is that you should be leaving the earth. We all are going to leave, okay? Don't get alarmed about that. All of us, because every birth has a death, okay? So, we should be leaving the earth richer or better than what we found it when we came in. So, that is the basic premise, that you have to do what you do in such a manner that you leave the earth better or richer or happier, whatever. It should have a plus. Now, that plus should not be a painful plus, okay? Today, many people are doing things which does leave a plus, and it is plus devastation, plus ruining of nature, plus ruining of relationships and whatever. When we are born, we are also born with some relationship. Somebody is my mother, somebody is my father, somebody is my sister or brother, maybe somebody is my friend, somebody will be my relative. Relatives are always there. You're born with parents and with family and relatives, okay? Then by and by you'll collect friends and well-wishers and acquaintances and whatever. So these are things that you're born in, but those relationships should be better when you leave. In short, you're born with relationships, they should be better, okay? You're born with a relationship with the earth. Do you know your primary relationship with the earth, without which you just can't survive? You may say mother, father, spouse, children, but no, without that one relationship, nothing else exists. And that is that trees give you oxygen, that is nature. Nature gives you oxygen, you take that, and the carbon dioxide that you breathe out is taken by the trees. That's how they clean the air from carbon dioxide, and they use it as fuel, okay? So that is what is our relationship with nature. And now, if you knew that you cannot survive without nature, would you ever ruin it? Would you ever ruin it? You would not. But the thing is, you've forgotten. Just like you can't survive without water, but just because you get it freely in the tap, you don't care, you waste it. But ask those people who are living in the deserts. I remember when I started going on tours, that was about almost, for the first few years I just did local sightseeing, and then I started traveling and I started going to Rajasthan, and over there it was desert. And I remember that from a distance, all tourist buses used to be white. So from a distance, these shepherd boys and those little rural children would see a white bus coming, and they would all stand in a queue doing this, making signs that they want water. Like this they would do, okay? And now those areas have enough water in the tap, and now they are wasting it. The taps just run and things like that, so you don't value it. But if you remember that without trees you don't get oxygen, without water there's no life, you'll never ruin it. You have to remember, it has to be here. So those are relationships which you have to remember. And your duty is, I won't say duty is a very shallow word, it's purpose actually. Your purpose is to leave the earth a better place than what it was when you came in. That is the purpose. The thing is, what will you do to make it so? What is your role in it? Everybody's role is to leave the earth better. But how? Because all of us are not the same, we are different. Okay, we have different talents, each one of us. Now, here comes another point, that each one of us, each and every person is born with some inborn talent and characteristic. It's not necessary that it is unique. No, not necessary. You can sing, there will be 10 others who can sing. You can paint, there will be 10 others who can paint. You can cook very well, there will be 10 others who can do that. Okay? You speak very well, there are so many other speakers also. But then how is your purpose defined? If everybody else can do it and they will also do it, then how will you define it for yourself? The thing is that there may be 10 other cooks, but everyone has their own hands, their own feeling. The same recipe is made with the same ingredients, but it turns out different from different people. And then there are choices. People say, oh, I like it over there, but not over there. Right? So, that is what happens. So, you have to first of all find out what is your purpose. Right? Research shows that people who don't have a purpose feel very, very lost. In fact, now there is a trend in certain countries that people who are retired, now in Western countries, those who are retired have a pension. Most of them, everybody has a pension. In India, only those people who have worked for the government have a pension, or those who have taken a pension policy. Others don't have. Okay? But in the Western countries, everybody has a pension. Okay? So, pension bhi hai. There's no need of working for money. You have your money for your basic needs, and you're all alone, you're lonely, you don't have anybody. What do? So those who have nothing to do and are lonely, they are suggested to keep a pet, to have a pet, because that pet becomes a purpose. That pet has to be fed, that pet has to be taken out for a walk, that pet has to be cleansed and showered and things like that. So you have to give a purpose. So that is how important purpose is. So as I was telling you, each one of us is born with certain inborn talents and characteristics. What is happening nowadays is that people are choosing professions not because they enjoying doing that, not because they are good at doing that, okay, not because that is their talent and characteristic also, but because of many other things. It gives status, it gives a lot of money, it gives name and fame, it gives an opportunity to travel, and many other reasons which may not be the reasons of your passion. So, your whatever purpose that you identify has to also match with your passion, what you like doing. Now over here I want you to differentiate between hobby and a career of purpose. Hobby could become your purpose, could become your what should I say, your career, your profession, your livelihood, but not necessarily. Okay? Maybe my hobby is to sing, but I cannot sing to save my life, believe me. I cannot. I should not sing. My hobby is that I want to, my dream, my passion is that I want to fly an aircraft, but I don't know how to fly. So I cannot wait for that to learn. That's my desire. But I have certain talents. Okay? So to make a profession I should have those talents, or I should have the time, the possibility, the resources to learn what I want to do. Okay, as it is, all of us of course go for education, and it's a different thing that today education is not really very well planned for the purpose of personal development, and it just creates money making machines, that's it. Okay, it doesn't develop you as a person. But all the same, going back to the topic, we are all born with some characteristic and some talent. And what we have to see is, okay, this is my talent, this is my temperament. Characteristic is my inner temperament, my inborn talent and my inner temperament. This talent is there, but I need to learn a little more about it. So that is where education comes in. Okay, so you go for education, right? But I have to hone it also. After learning, I have to hone it further to become good at it. If not perfect, start by becoming good at it and see, because how will you really enjoy doing it? Okay, how will you do it? Now, purpose is also something which you have to give your best and your most to it, and it has to fit in to the here and now, to the circumstances around and to the time period around. Now, this here and now is always important for everything. I told you about here and now in healing. I told you about here and now in art of joy. I told you about here and now in how to leverage anger, stress and fear in my past videos. And now I'm telling you that even for your purpose, the here and now is important, because whatever you do has to be suitable to present conditions and to the place where you are going to operate from it, right? You're going to put it in practice. So that is what you will require, right? So you have to get your here and now correct. You've got to find out what you can do, what is your inborn talent. You've got to hone it. Now what next? Once you hone it, I told you the difference between a job and a hobby. Now your hobby, your purpose could be one and your hobby could be the other one. Your hobby, you could, as I told you earlier also, that you could make your hobby into profession, but you may also just leave it aside to for your me time. You just enjoy with it. Okay, you could do that. If you can make your hobby into your profession, well and good, great. But if you can't, and if you still have that, I want to do it, I want to sing, I want to sing, I want to dance, I want to dance, I want to paint, I want to do photography, I want to do gardening. You know, these could be your hobbies, which could be converted into your profession, but it could also be just your hobby, and your profession may be something which you're already good at, which you already prepared yourself, which you're already honed with the talent which you've already honed. You've practiced, you know you can do it, because you may not have the time to learn singing and then become a singer, and then no, you may not have time for that. Okay, but whatever you've already done, because right from the beginning we all go for our education, we all go to study, we all go to school and colleges, and then to professional we do professional courses also. So you've already mastered something, right? And now it is for you to put it in practice. And as I said, your purpose in life, even a sweeper can leave this world a better place by doing his job well, so well. He keeps the neighborhood so clean that after he goes, people start missing him. They say, oh my God, you know, when he was there, our area was very clean. We live in a society where we have wonderful people. Believe me, I'm in Bombay, and in Bombay we have a culture of cooperative societies. Incidentally, the culture of cooperative societies started in Mumbai, and that was started by the British during British times. Okay, that's another story. But we live in a society, and we've got wonderful people looking after the society. Okay, our committee of workers is so very good. Believe me, during in this corona times, the way they are looking after us as if we are their family, we are their children. They like, for example, they're much younger than me, they're youngsters, and the way they look after me, the way they look after all of us. We have 250 flats out here. They make sure that each and every need is fulfilled, and we don't run the risk of getting any kind of contamination or any kind of infection. God bless you. One of them is right here, Rahul Tangri. Rahul, thank you so much. Bless you from all my heart. There's no word to express my gratitude. Okay, they make sure that they do everything for us, right? And we have another person. Oh my God. We have one more person whose name is Nitin. He is also doing a wonderful job. My God, these two are such a wonderful pair. I call them my Krishna and my Balram. Okay. Anyway, so now the way they are working, believe me, if any one of them decides to go away from here and go to some other place to stay, we are going to miss them terribly, really bad. Okay, we have such lovely housekeeping staff. We'll definitely feel if they move out, we'll say, oh my God, who's going to look after us well? So even a sweeper can do well, an electrician can do well, small odd jobs people, your maid. Oh my God, your maid is so important. The house help is so important that when they do their job very well, we start missing them if they are not around. So that should be the benchmark, that should be the parameter, that when you go, you're missed. That is the parameter that you've done your job well. That is the purpose of your life. That with whatever work you do it so beautifully well, that you give peace, joy, comfort to people. You make this world a happier place. You make the people for whom you're working a happier place, and they miss you when you're not there. That is the benchmark, that they miss you. Does it tell you something? Now, when you have found out, because there's something further to go. Once you've found out what you can do, or whatever you are already doing, right? You've got to hone it. You've got to make a roadmap. You're already doing it. Okay, you're doing it well. Make a roadmap of how to do better. How to do better. Okay, do you need to learn something more? Do you need to outsource something? Do you need to delegate somebody else? Do you need more staff? Do you need yourself? You're not feeling healthy enough to do it. Do you need to look after your own health? Work at it so that you're stronger to do it? Do you need to study something more? Do that. Okay? To add on to what you can do, whatever you're doing, right? To make it better, make a roadmap. And don't make frightening roadmaps, which will look like, oh, such an impossible task. Don't do that. Make a roadmap which is doable, and divide it into sections, parts. Okay? Make also a list of people who can help you, who can support you. If you come to a roadblock, whom to approach, where to seek help, where to seek collaboration. Okay? So make a roadmap and make it into sections. Now each section also divide it further into parts, into smaller doable parts, and each part further divide it into day regimes. Okay, I've divided it to this part. Now one day, today I shall do this and finish off with this. Tomorrow I shall do this and finish off with this. That is what you have to do. Okay, so you make non-frightening, doable parts. You shouldn't get scared. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? You should not get scared of your own roadmap. No. And before that, you can make a chart of the final goal that you're looking at, and they're called vision boards. Okay, you can make a small picture. You can take cuttings from newspapers and or magazines or something to fix them, to show, to illustrate your dream. Okay, you can do that and work towards it with your roadmap. And then once you start doing it, be focused. Be focused, be committed, be perseverant. You cannot leave it out of sight. And most important, finish what you started. Very often people start but they don't finish. This is in fact considered to be almost 85% of reasons why certain projects are not successful, because people don't finish what they start. I have done it also very many times. I've started things and I've left them undone, and I've understood now. So now I don't leave them halfway. Don't leave anything halfway. Avoid any kind of distraction or deviation. And once you finish anything, celebrate it with your friends. Before you finish, to make yourself committed, if you're one of those who will say pran jai par vachan na jai, raghukul reet sada chali ai, if you're one of those people, make sure you tell about it to a few people so that they keep poking you. Are uska kya hua? Have you done that? Have you done that? Have you done that? Okay, and put it, write it, make a picture of it and stick it in front of you. Stick it where you'll see it early in the morning. Okay, and go at it. Just go at it. Just like a hungry tiger or a lion runs after his prey. Go at it. Focus totally. And believe me, you will, that satisfaction which you get at the end of it, you know. And what is the parameter that I told you, first of all, people should be happy with you and they should miss you. And the parameter is that there are few things. It's not just that people, because you are also there. Are you satisfied? Has it satisfied your dreams, your vision of money also? Money, satisfaction of work, satisfaction of connections, satisfaction of people. You have to check all that. Okay? You have to check all that also. Right? So, whether it has satisfied, it has fulfilled your dreams, it has given you your whatever, even resources that it was supposed to give. Because if it doesn't give you resources, believe me, you'll be unhappy. Today, even for a glass of water, you've got to spend money. So money has become very important. Though, always remember, money is a means, not the end. The problem arises when we try to get more than what we require. When we start hoarding. Greed is a big problem. Okay? Greed and selfishness. Selfishness comes from greed. Okay? So, make sure that you work for your requirements and a little more. Okay? Because we are humans, when we retire, we need something so to fall back on. There are certain things, you've got to make a list of what all you need. You need money for your day-to-day living, you need money for your emergency, you need money for your yearly holidays, you need money for little pleasures. You know, let me buy an ice cream today, let me go for a movie today, so you need money for that also. You need money for your family's little indulgences. Okay? And then you need money for emergencies like illnesses or accidents. You need money for special occasions like festivals, marriages, birthdays and so on. Okay? And then you need something for your retirement. These are the parameters. One more. You need something more to give as gifts, to give as charity. Because believe me, the joy that giving will give you, nothing else can give you. So you've got to keep all these parameters living and you've got to make sure that whatever you have chosen will fulfill those needs of yours, and at the same time give some benefit, some satisfaction, some need fulfilled of society, some happiness to society, some comfort for whom you're working. Okay, it has to give benefit to both sides, to you and to others. I'm going to speak about collective destiny tomorrow, as to how whatever you do also affects everybody else, even if you're not related. Okay, it's a very, very important topic. I'm going to speak to you about that collective destiny. Okay, tomorrow. But for the time being, enough to say that make sure whatever you do, that becomes your purpose of life. When you see that joy in other people's minds and hearts with what you do, believe me, any amount of payment, any amount of anything, of course payment is required. You need the money. You're working for money. You know, there are certain jobs which you do for money. There are certain jobs which you do just like that. You could do those. Okay, and both of them, the purpose of both of them is that you leave the earth a better place. Friends, I really don't know whether I have been able to convey what I wanted to say. It's a thought which I'm very, very passionate about. I'm very passionate about. Okay, and I know I cannot do everything for the whole world. The world has more than 7.5 billion people. I cannot. But at least I can give a smile to people who are within my circle, who are connected with me, who want to get connected with me, who will get connected with me in some way or the other. Okay? Even if I meet a stranger, I would like to give him a smile. Right? So that is my purpose. And this was something which was there within my mind, within my heart. I have discovered, you know, this is a secret which many people keep on saying, what's my purpose, what's my purpose, what's my purpose? And I discovered this secret. And I said, oh, I have discovered it, now I must share it. I hope I've shared it well. I hope I've communicated it well to you. Please give me an answer. Say yes, yes or yes, please. Tell me that I have been able to give it to you. Please comment. Please give your comments. Give your affirmations. Okay? And thank you very much for being with me. You've taken out time to be with me. Thank you very much. And hope you all enjoyed, and hope this is going to be helpful for you. It will benefit you. It will be helpful. This is one way that I'm thinking whether I will leave the world a better place. I'm hoping to leave a better place with whatever I do. I do tourism and I do talking. I do workshops. I hope my workshops help you. I hope my talks help you. Okay? And any queries, any comments, you're most welcome. Even if you don't agree, I'm okay with that. I would love to know that, because that would give me another perspective. Okay? So put in your comments, put in your queries, and stay connected for tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be collective destiny. Okay? For all of you. Let's see what tomorrow has in store. Until then, bye and all the best. May you find your purpose of life also. Bye.